Ohio football hopes to do something on Thursday night that hasn't happened since 1988. And that's win over the Toledo Rockets. I'm Russ Eisenstein, the voice of the Ohio Bobcats. Welcome to our Game Week Preview, presented by the Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's week number 9. We're off to the Glass City. It's the Bobcats at 5-3 and 3-1 in the MAC, and the Rockets at 6-1 and 3-0. Yep, 1988, a 24-14 win at Peden Stadium. That's the last time that Ohio topped Toledo. All told, the Bobcats have dropped 15 of the last 16 in the series and 12 in a row. To be fair, though, the Cats and Rockets don't see each other all that often because Ohio's on the eastern side and Toledo's on the western side. The last time that the two teams met was here at Peden. That was a hard-fought loss. Ohio dropped it 20-13, where the Rockets scored all 7 of the points in the second half. Ohio didn't score in the second half. That was back in 2010. Last time at the Glass Bowl was back in 2007. A point to Palooza. Ohio dropped it 43-40. This would be a big win, to be sure, because certainly Ohio has lofty goals this year. The Cats would love to get to Detroit, and you'd love to have that big victory over the Rockets to end this drought. It would also be a big feather in the cap on the eastern side, too, because remember, the West is probably the better of the two divisions, getting a lot of talk with Western Michigan and Toledo at the top of that side. So it'd be good for the East to get a nice win against the West. And most certainly, it would be a nice little bullet point on that drive to Detroit if Ohio were to get there. Toledo wants to get there, too. The Cats have lofty goals this year. The Rockets do as well, because history suggests they should have high aspirations.
The Rocket fuel for Toledo football is a winning tradition. They've taken 10 Mid-American Conference titles all time, and they've won 5 bowl games in the 2000s. They've had successful head coaches: Nick Saban, Gary Pinkel, Tom Amstutz, Tim Beckman, and Jason Campbell. Since the start of 2006 in the MAC, Ohio, Toledo, and Central Michigan all have 55 wins, second most behind Northern Illinois. Since the start of 2011, only NIU has won more. If the Rockets win a bowl this year, that's 3 straight seasons of bowl victories. Despite all of those W's, they hope this is the first MAC title since 2004. First-year head coach Jason Campbell and the Rockets have a shot, but they have to win the West first. All signs point to a showdown with Western Michigan in the regular season finale in Kalamazoo for a trip to Detroit. Their wins are over Arkansas State, Maine, Fresno State, Eastern Michigan, Bowling Green, and last week they beat Central Michigan 31-17 at the Glass Bowl. Their lone loss, 55-53 in Week 4 at BYU, and a field goal with 18 seconds left. As their nickname suggests, their offense is explosive. Quarterback Logan Woodside is one of the best in the country. He's number 1 nationally with 28 passing touchdowns. He's number 3 in the country in completion percentage, 71%, and he's 12th in the country with just under 2,300 yards passing. Running back Kareem Hunt is 23rd in the land with 740 yards. He has 5 touchdowns. Cody Thompson is 10th in the country with 844 yards receiving. He has 9 touchdowns, 4 last week, and is the MAC West's Offensive Player of the Week. In the MAC, Toledo has the top offense with 542 yards per game. It's second to WMU in scoring offense and defense, outdoing the opposition 41-22 on average. Overall, it's the 6th best defense in the league, giving up 358 yards per game. They have 16 sacks as a unit. They have a league-worst 3 interceptions and are -2 in turnover margin. Free safety DeJuan Rogers and linebacker DeJuan Woodley lead them with 38 tackles apiece. D-end John Stepik is 5th in the league with 9 tackles for loss.
So the Rockets have a divisional player of the week. The Bobcats do too. D.N. Terrell Basham, who has 7.5 sacks this year, at a tremendous ball game in the 14-10 win at Kent State last week. He and this Bobcat defense, 3rd in the land in total sacks. The defense is going to have to play perhaps its best ball game of the year against one of the best offenses that they'll see, one of the best in the MAC and one of the best in the country. Ohio's defense, 4th best in this league. The best friend of the defense, going to be the offense. Ohio averages right around 28 points per contest. Might need more on Thursday night. That's no disrespect to the defense. That's just saying that Toledo's offense is really, really good. So with that short turnaround from Kent State to another road game at night at Toledo, well, the defense is going to need some help. The Bobcats, 7th best in total offense in this league, going to need to be explosive against the Rockets. We'll see what Quentin Maxwell does in his second start, the redshirt freshman from Missouri. So extended drive drives will help. The defense is going to need to make some plays as well. Can you get to the quarterback? That's going to be huge for Ohio. Personally, it's going to be fun for me. This is the first broadcast I've ever had at the Glass Bowl. I got this job back in 2008. So the last time Ohio was there was in 2007. So this will complete my MAC tour. But this is not the first football game I've seen at the Glass Bowl. The first one was back in 1991. Wow, a long time ago, as they played Kansas, lost to the Jayhawks 30-7. My mother, father, and I were at the Glass Bowl for that game. I was there last year as well, as Northern Illinois played Toledo. The night before, Ohio played against Bowling Green. All right, we've got you set for what should be a fun matchup. Ohio and Toledo. It's on CBS Sports Network. Our coverage on the Ohio IMG Sports Network begins at 6:30 with the kickoff at 7:30 as Rob Cornelius and I will have the call for you. That's our game week preview of the Bobcats and the Rockets. Thanks to Derek Bashiro for his good work. We're supported by the Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau, AthensOhio.com. I'm Russ Eisenstein, and this is Bobcat TV.